Well, hey there, it's Jen.
And Elka, welcome back to the Jen and Elka show, where we talk about a side hustle, which is Zazzle. It is better than Etsy and Shopify because we say so. But if you're looking for a side hustle and you're looking for something where you can sell things online, print on demand specifically, and don't want to have too much in terms of investment, in terms of the business, and then this is for you, right? Like we're looking at this because this is how we found Zazzle. It was like, I want to start something for free. I don't want to put too much money in to make sure that, like, if it fails, I didn't lose money. But we want to talk today to you about that there is an aspect of investing in yourself, because as much as it was all free when we first started, boy, did we pay in terms of the price for years wasted where we didn't know what the heck we were doing. And because of that, um, yeah, we couldn't get started fast enough. And we just lost 3 to 4 years of earning potential just because, well, back then there was nobody that actually taught us how to do e-commerce and Zazzle specifically. But there's other clients that we've had since then where they've waited 2 to 3 years to put money down, to believe in themselves, to invest in a coach that would get them there faster.
Yeah.
And then as they failed on their own. And then as soon as they put the money down and invested with us, they started seeing results. Some people, like one of our clients, Christine, she actually ended up making $100,000 in her second year, which is awesome. I can't remember if second or almost third, like halfway through her third year. But either way, I don't want to misquote, but all of that's online. You can find those videos, you can watch those interviews. And the whole point here is don't underestimate the value you have by putting some money to back you up, to get the right training so that you can succeed faster and realize your potential quicker.
hmm
And it changed everything in our business when I finally said, hey, this is enough. I can't do this on my own. I don't know what I'm doing. And instead, I got business help, even though it wasn't Zazzle help specifically. I got business help. And then because of that, I started learning how to do it, because it is just a business. So get business help. And it's now we do it specifically a business training, but for specifically Zazzle, which is a very unique type of platform. And because of that, we've been very successful. $15 million later in sales. Actually, it's much more, but people don't need to hear that it's more because it's already a lot. And then our clients have sold over $165 million. 95 of that was in 2024. So
hmm
we're just gaining momentum. And it's all the clients that invested in themselves that are doing that. So if you want to be part of that, ask yourself that question. So today, that's what we're discussing here is like, where do you sit and what do you think about it? And we'd love to hear in the comments what you feel about it so that we can help you, because it is a big hurdle and it's easy for us to sit there and go like, well, as soon as they invested in our course, they're doing better. Not
hmm
everybody did better. You have to first believe that you can invest in yourself and you are worth investing in. And then that's when the magic happens. You then do the thing, you invest, but you're also completely there, showing up, getting everything you need, implementing everything. And that's the kind of clients we want to work with. We otherwise we're wasting your money too, because you're not invested yet, right? Okay.
hmm
What's our first point?
That free content will only take you so far. And if you watched the previous video that we actually recorded and was released last week, we talked about free content and investing in yourself and why it's so important. And it says, you can only search for so much on the internet and only free content can answer so many questions. And so understanding that, yes, our YouTube channel gives a lot of amazing advice, but the advice is also very generic sometimes. And sometimes you might need specific answers to a specific question or specific guidance. And those things can't always be searched for on the internet.
Yes, personalized advice is actually what moves the needle, right?
hmm
And personalized advice from people that know what they're doing, because if it's your husband, sorry to say, if he doesn't know anything about Zazzle, his advice isn't going to count. Like even my husband was like, I know what I'm doing. I'm in other business, but he had no clue about Zazzle. I was like, okay, thanks for your advice, but I'm going to, figure this out on my own. And so understand that you need really personalized advice from experts that have been there before, done it, succeeded, and now can understand where you're at so that you get the advice you need that's going to actually work for you, right? If you implement it. Okay, what's number 2?
So you move differently when you invest. And so there's a couple different things that are associated with this as far when you put money down, you kind of have skin in the game and you want to commit and you're more dedicated because you invested in it, right? And you put money in. But then also you move differently when you invest because you have it as a perceived value. It's a lot more important to you than something that's just a free thing or a hobby.
And I like how you said that because that didn't actually resonate with me first. At first, it was like, I don't want to spend this money. It's very, I don't have that much money. And I couldn't see, I really didn't just trust myself to make that money back because, and it was actually almost like an insult to the person that I paid the money to because they knew what they're doing. And I actually learned from them later. But initially, there were all these reservations when I first put even a little bit of money down because, and I made the story up that it was like, I don't want to pay this money, but really it was me personally not believing that I was worth investing. And then as you said, as soon as I started putting it down, there was a lot of skin in the game. And then all of a sudden it was like, I'm going to make this work. And I showed up differently. And that's what we're talking about with the moving differently. All of a sudden I paid attention more. I did the work quicker. I had better and higher expectations. And so you start to do that too. And that's part of the game of you doing this so that you can literally show up the way we need you to show up so that you can take advantage of all this these great strategies that we've developed and all this advice that we can give you personalized. Even it'll work. It's always worked. We can't make any income claims, but our clients are super happy, but only if they're paying attention and only if they decide, yeah, I'm going to do this and I'm going to implement it. Right.
Mm-hmm. Brings us to point number 3, which is not investing is actually slowing you down. So understanding, and it's an interesting concept because a lot of people resonate with, okay, well, if I want to get in shape, or if I want to lose weight, or if I want to learn how to play basketball, if I want to learn how to do a different language, speak a different language, you already understand that you need somebody, right? You can't really always do it on your own, right? And sometimes, yes, there are YouTube videos, and sometimes, yes, there are books, etc. But you are committed to hiring somebody to personally teach you and be there in the trenches with you, helping you enunciate certain words if you're learning, Spanish, for example. But people don't understand that they need that for Zazzle. And it's this weird misconception where you think that you can do it on your own because it's free, right? And it's an interesting thing that I learned from somebody the other day because we've been trying to understand how to get into the mind of Zazzle designers and to teach them a lot more about how getting coaching and also getting training is very important. And someone came up to me and said, well, Zazzle is free to use. And so people who are on Zazzle don't think that they need to invest because you can start for free, right? And understanding that that is actually not the truth, right? And yes, Zazzle is free. It's very easy to start, but it's not easy to understand exactly what you need to do right off the bat to start earning money. And so not investing in yourself and in your business is actually slowing you down. And we have so much proof from so many clients of ours who have come into our Profit by Design Academy coaching program after years of being on Zazzle and have admitted, I wish I would have found you guys sooner and invested in myself sooner because I have spent the last 5 years on Zazzle trying to make it work, making very little money and almost giving up. And as soon as I found you and got your help, I'm making more money than I have in my entire Zazzle career in the time that I've spent with you. And that's definite proof. We have people who have said that to us. Not everyone, obviously, but there are people who have made more money in a couple months on Zazzle working with us than they have in their entire career on Zazzle doing it on their own.
Years and years.
Years and years.
Yeah, exactly. And that's something that we as humans, we just don't get to start with, right? We go like, if it's free, it should be easy.
Yeah.
But if it's free, then but you're not making any significant amount of money within about 4 to 5 months, or even a year after starting, you're in trouble. And it's time to start thinking about that maybe you don't personally know exactly what needs to be done in order to work on the Zazzle marketplace and make those sales. And instead of going like, oh, I think I need help, like a lot of people actually go like, oh, Zazzle's not the right fit for me. It's so hard. There's so much competition. It's oversaturated. Like we've heard it all. And we thought those things too at the beginning because we were just inside our head. We didn't have any perspective and we didn't understand what we needed to do to actually start selling on the Zazzle platform. And because of that, we made all this stuff up. and because we wanted to justify our current situation. But as Jen said, so many of our clients who had sort of that last minute, oh, I'll try this anyway and see if it works because I put so much time in it anyway, are so frustrated with themselves because they thought they could do it on their own and then they actually could do so much better once they invested in someone that really did know what they needed to do and accomplish, and that had been proven before in terms of like a framework and a strategy, which this is the way to go. The 5 strategies that we developed are definitely helpful to a lot of people. Oh, we have a 4th point.
Yeah, and it brings us just a really, really quick last point that coaching isn't just for experts, people who are advanced on the Zazzle platform. It's for it's for action takers, people who want to make a difference, make a change in their business. And so wrapping up all our 3 points, we're not going to talk very much about this one, but it is for everybody who wants to make a difference in their business and change and take action. And that is you. And you're watching this YouTube video for that reason. Okay.
So to learn more about how we operate in the community, in our private community, just click the link in the description for either the niche downloadable or the beginner's guide. That'll get you on our email list, and then you can start to learn about how we can help you invest in yourself so that you can succeed and have the thing that you want, which is a successful, thriving Zazzle store. And it's not just about the money, it's about how your life looks like after it starts to be successful, which is why we're smiling ear to ear, because we've been doing this on a mission to constantly go like, look what's going to happen when you do this with your Zazzle store. You're going to not even understand how amazing it is. You've got to try it, get it to work, and let's do this together.
Well, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in our community. Bye.